Hi guys, my name is MJ. Welcome to Ver2 Toys channel. This time around, event exclusives. There are quite a few of them that just arrived. So we'll kick things off with FuelFest. There are actually two cars that came from the FuelFest Japan. Okay, we have the PopRace RWB 930. We have this Pandem Porsche 997. Okay, this is a brand new casting, very interesting. And we have from Hong Kong Toy Car Salon, the RWB box set. Okay, so we're going to do comparison with the RWBs later on. But first, I want to run through with you guys would be the FuelFest stuff. Okay, so quick mention, right? FuelFest is actually it started in the States, founded by Cody Walker and also I think it's Chris. It was loosely, to remember Paul Walker and also to contribute to his charity, which is Reach Out Worldwide. Okay, so from 2 venues, I think they're up to 8 venues per year right now. So FuelFest, a couple of their events all around the world has always featured stars from Fast and Furious, like Cody Walker, Sung Kang, Tyrese as well. And I think last year, I forgot the girl's name, Letty. I really remember the character's name. I forgot the actress name. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so this year 2 diecast models that was available at the event that happened at Fuji Speedway. Okay, so FuelFest Fuji. I do quite like this base FuelFest Fuji 997 Pandem Rocket Bunny. All right, here we go. So there's no mention of Porsche anywhere on the packaging. This is a very classic INNO packaging. Okay, so got it out of the box already. There we go. As you can see, it can roll. Now this particular body kit has been around, I think, at least for 2 years already. I've seen from Dino DC's channel that when he went over to Kimura's place in Kyoto, TRA Kyoto, Rocket Bunny, he was actually at the time working on this 997 almost to completion already. So this is my first Pandem Rocket Bunny 997. And initially when I saw it, I thought it was only okay, but it kind of grew on me. It looks fantastic, right? So this car's livery, incredibly clean and mean. I like the color combination of white and blue. And I believe during the event, this particular car in this livery was actually parked there. All right. And this 997, the base car, 997 was highly celebrated because this is the generation that brought back the classic round headlamps after the controversial Fright 8 headlamps of the 996. Okay. The Pandem body kit itself is heavily inspired by the 1970s Porsche RSR race cars, adapting this the vintage wide body aesthetics directly onto a modern water-cooled chassis. Okay. Very nice. Very nicely done. Interior is all in black. There's a roll cage in silver. It's pretty cool. So it's signature Rocket Bunny that the fenders are not completely round. It's kind of squared off here at the top on the front and back. Looks pretty cool. Now this part about the rims that has that white line design, this is actually based on Miura-san's own rim design, that mesh design. I believe he has branded it as 6666. Okay. So now this car is based on who is the owner, I'm not exactly sure. But I did notice that Miura-san's body kit didn't have the fender bolt details. He covered it off. So I thought that was pretty cool because Liberty Walk and RWB has the fender bolt left out in the open. Okay, so for Miura-san, he covered it off. It is a completely different look, which I quite like it actually. So this setup down here, the cut out bumper, rear bumper, is part of the body kit that Rocket Bunny provide, and it exposes part of the engine a little bit and the turbo on the left and right here. So this setup at the back down here, it does look very close to Mira-san's car. But with this plates, I'm not exactly sure. So if you guys can help me to confirm that this plates is actually belongs to Mira-san, let me know. Because what I understand is this body kit was a project for one of Mira-san's European customer at a time. Okay, so that's what I understand. With this setup, I also understand that it wasn't meant to boost crazy horsepower. It was meant to just up it up a little bit, up the horsepower a little bit, and still be able to drive this kind of daily. And yeah, it was a single seater at the time of recording of that video, which is 1 year ago. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool. Metal base. Is that metal base? Yeah, it's metal. It feels metal. Yeah, it's metal base. Okay, INNO's own casting. Very nice details here at the back. Turbo on the left and right actually, and center exiting exhaust. The 997 taillights done very nicely as well. The two support to the GT wing at the back, additional support here too. That's really very nicely done. Skirts and front bumper with the fenders are all Rocket Bunny. Nice, love. Yeah, kind of grew. Yeah, really. I kind of liking it. Initially, I couldn't take that squared off top, but now it kind of makes sense to me. Okay, so that's the new casting from INNO. All right, next we move on to the RWB 930. This is PopRace number 551. It does have the FuelFest logo here, and at the back as well. It doesn't have running numbers. Okay, but it does have the FuelFest logo down here. All right, so let me see if I can show you the interior, the inner box. Okay, in the meantime, help me to hit the like button because that helps me out with the YouTube algorithms. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you don't miss out any other scale model videos. That's the inner box, pretty cool. Already got it out. There we go. In red chrome with black trim down here that says RWB on the skirt. I don't think there's any real 930 in this red chrome color. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. All right. It does have the signature second and which plung. Okay, which means second coming. All right, that's Rowell windscreen sticker on top. Interior is in black. There's a silver color roll cage. Okay, rocking S1 rims in gold with gold chrome and silver chrome barrel on a red chrome car. Just not for me. It's really too much. Chrome exhaust and chrome engine details. So PopRace, you can lift it up. This is super loose. Now that is just in silver, not in chrome. Fender wing detail. Okay. So that's the FuelFest version. Oh, so PopRace rolls pretty well, and it's metal base. All right. Okay. Now, moving on to the Hong Kong Toy Car Salon box set. So it's actually a transporter set. Yeah, it's in red chrome again. Too much chrome in one episode for me. I don't know. How are you guys feeling? So it comes in this very big box. RWB does have the date of the event as well, 20th August 2026. PopRace special events. Probably this is another introduction of how they want to package their special edition stuff. Last year it was a huge box that comes with the t-shirt. This time around it's just one car. Not the first time they have released this transporter set. Both times is true event exclusive. The previous one was in gold chrome. I don't know. It's just not for me. I open it up. So the car and the transporter is actually out in the open, and it comes with this transporter box in case you want to take it out and carry it around with you. Okay. I'll leave the product name and the description below, just in case if you guys need it. Here we go. So that's the 930, which it looks rather familiar, right? Because it is. It's pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, the dive plane is in black, front skirt is in black. That RWB on the skirt, that exposed engine and exhaust colors, they are all exactly the same. Both supposed to be able to open up the back, but the Hong Kong Toy Car Salon version seems to be so tight. There we go. So that is okay, but the FuelFest version, now it's okay. It's exactly the same, so the only difference is the S1 tires, S1 rims. Hong Kong Toy Car Salon did it in full chrome. FuelFest did it like that. All right, let me know what you guys think about this. I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan. But it's RWB, so I gotta have it. Somehow the transporter looks pretty good actually. I have to say. I mean, let me do a proper introduction for it. There we go. Oh, here we are. In red chrome as well. Not a new casting. This is a Mitsubishi Fuso transporter. Alright. So tuning shops in Japan custom built these flatbeds with ultra low approach angles, specifically so that they can haul slam the wide body cars without ripping the front splitters off. Okay, so the best thing about this hauler is, let me adjust it. This flatbed is this. There we go. It goes all the way down. Well, it's supposed to go all the way down. Hang on. Why is it stuck? I remember it goes all the way down. Is that it? I remember it should be able to go all the way down. Oh, there we go. There. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. So it goes all the way down. That you can park. Can roll up your RWB without any issue. But there's nothing to lock it there. Okay. So you gotta manually flip it up. And okay. It's quite satisfying, that mechanism. So full chrome wheels as well. Darker shade of red, or maybe it's the same. It's just the lighting. Overall, this transporter does look good. I do quite like that custom skirt in front here to make it lowered. RWB, RWB grief on the flatbed itself. Okay, but still red chrome is just a little too much for me. Let me know what you guys think. I'll just park it there like that. Okay, cool. Park it there like this. And adjust it. So, alright. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Yeah, do stay tuned. There's quite a lot of event models that's in the pipeline right now. Extras available through Collector's Cube as usual. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.